Okay, so this is a quick getting started with the Tinybird MCP server. We're going to use Claude Desktop as the client, and so we're going to see connecting from Claude Desktop to a remote database, which is Tinybird, and then using just plain English to start exploring our data. And the data we've got is blue sky data, and it's a pretty significant amount. We've got over 500 million rows that we're going to start talking to. So to get started, you need to have UV installed, which is a Python package manager. Easiest way to do that is go to their repo and just copy this curl and go. This is just for a Mac. I do not know what the steps are like for Windows. So once you've got that installed, the next thing to do is the Claude config. And if you go to library, application support, Claude, we need to create a file in there. So it is Claude Desktop config JSON. Make sure you get the name exactly right. It has to look just like that. It doesn't exist by default, so you do need to create it. And if we edit that, it is just a piece of JSON, and it looks like that. If you go to the MCP Tinybird repo, which is where the MCP server implementation lives, scroll down a little bit in the README, and the JSON template is there, so you can just copy and paste that. Once you have pasted it, there's two things you need, which is the Tinybird API URL and the admin token. And to get that, you can go to your Tinybird workspace, go to your region in the top left, and click the copy button next to your region. That'll copy the API URL. Go in and paste that in the TB API URL envar. Then for the admin token, come back to your workspace, go to tokens on the left, and you're going to want to use your admin token there. That's just going to be the easiest way to get started. You can create a custom token and do the scopes, which is what I'm going to do for this video so that I don't expose my admin token. So I'm going to use this one, and I will completely destroy that token after the video. So apologies if you have been trying to copy down that token. So once you finish with that, make sure you save the file, and then you should just be able to start Claude. If you've already got Claude open, you do need to fully quit it and restart it. Then you can come to the little paperclip, go to the little plug icon, I guess it is, choose your integration, which is Tinybird default, and pick a topic. So we're going to talk about blue sky data. And then we can just start prompting. So, how many events have I ingested? And so what we'll see is we're going to get a bunch of these prompts to give it permissions. It's going to go away and run this list data sources tool, which is going to hit the Tinybird API, which lists all of the data sources that I have available, which are basically my tables. And then it's going to generate the SQL query to run over that for me. So you can see we've got 515 million blue sky events in this table. So we can see how many events per day is that, and that's going to go and do an aggregation and group by the day for us. So you can kind of see here, we're averaging about 70 million events per day. The earlier ones in November are where I was playing with the ingest. We don't have too many events there. But that's it. That's all it takes to get it started, and you can go and start running queries against your data sources. What we're still working on and making it more robust to be able to talk to the APIs that you've published within Tinybird, which sort of works at the moment, sometimes doesn't. We're trying to get the prompt right for it knowing when to use a data source and actually run SQL, or when to just hit a pre-published API where you've already written SQL. Claude isn't quite getting that yet, so we need to do a bit of prompt engineering there. The next thing beyond that is we're thinking, hey, what if what if you actually wanted to be able to expose APIs and then have your end users be able to chat with it? So it's not just you chatting with your own data, but what if you wanted to let your actual consumers chat with the data that you have already curated. We think that could be quite interesting. So that's what we're going to start on next after that. If you have ideas of things that we could do, please join in our Slack, which is tinybird.co/community. Join the Slack, come chat with us and let us know how you might use this.